Hey guys, Brian Hilliard here, author of the best-selling book, Networking Like a Pro, and we are going to talk about something on that. Hey guys, Brian Hilliard here, author of the best-selling book, Networking Like a Pro, and today we're going to talk about how to better monetize your reputation as an expert. Now, this is going to be awesome if you are a coach or a consultant or a speaker. If you are a heart-centered entrepreneur who has an expertise in a certain area, maybe you're a therapist or an attorney, or maybe you're an accountant or a CPA, or maybe you're a fitness instructor, what we're going to talk about is how you can better monetize your reputation as an expert so that people can be able to see you as someone that they want to hire. Because I got to tell you, and I don't really, say this too often, but when I first got started as a coach, okay, I had no idea how to monetize my reputation as an expert. Here's what I did know. I knew that I had some expertise. I knew that people would come to me for that expertise. I knew that they would sometimes ask me to speak at different groups. They would ask me to speak at different organizations. They would, seek my advice out. They would talk to me. We would have one-on-ones, maybe after networking and stuff like that. And I knew I would get some clients. Like I got some clients, and it certainly paid some of the bills, but it wasn't as much as what I'd like. It wasn't as much revenue, quite frankly, as I thought I should be getting. I wasn't getting as many referrals. And here's what I also knew. I didn't want to be this over-the-top sales guy. Okay, because I'd seen that before. I'm sure you guys have seen it too. I wanted to come from a place of integrity. I wanted to come from a place of authenticity. I wanted to be able to have it where, yeah, I still want to pay the bills. I still want to grow the business, but I didn't want to come from this place of feeling like I had to convince or cajole or maneuver or do anything around that. I just wanted to be able to grow my business as an expertise-based business and do that authentically and be able to move my business forward. So what I decided to do, and I actually talked to some people, read some books, talked to some more people, went to some workshops, and ultimately what I realized was there were some different secrets out there as it relates to monetizing your reputation as an expert that you could use so that you were not coming across as a used car salesman and you were able to grow your business with integrity. All right, and one of them we're going to talk about right now. Now, you'll notice behind me, right over here, this is your services, okay? So it doesn't make a difference if what business you happen to be in, if it's a coach, if it's a consultant, if it's a heart-centered entrepreneur, service professional. The point is that this is your services, and you'll notice that this is your service tree, if you will, okay? And what we're going to do is part of the challenge when it comes to people trying to monetize their reputation as an expert is they don't really have a clear progression of what they need to do from a service perspective. They don't have a real clear, definitive idea on, first of all, what their services are and how it is that people can progress from one to the other. Now, you might notice this, and for those of you who've seen this before, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? You've seen, I think the bottom one starts as shelter, and then it moves up to food. Actually, I think it starts at food, then shelter, and then keeps on going up until you get to self-actualization. Well, with your services tree, it's really the same type of thing in business, all right? So at the bottom level, and this is going to just stay with me here, okay, for a second. At the bottom level, you want to have what I call an introductory service, okay? So it might be, let's call it a CD. Or maybe like a book, okay? And this is kind of a low dollar amount that can just get people involved, and you might even sell this online. Okay, you might sell something like this online, and it's something that gets people involved. So if you're a fitness trainer, you might have, a CD that for $10, they can figure out how to, 5 ways to do Zumba better, or 5 ways to be able to, lose 10 pounds, or, different things like that. It's an introductory service. It's something that you can record, and these are real easy to record. You get yourself a digital recorder, you go down to Walmart or Office Depot or someplace like that, buy one of these, you can even get it online, okay? And you can record these, you can make it an MP3, it costs you nothing to do, a little bit of time, so you don't really have a problem with this being a low dollar amount, but it gets the ball rolling, okay? Then after that, you might have I call this a self-study. Now that might be something like a 2 CD or 3 CD package. That's going to be a little bit more money. Again, you can sell this online, or if you want to do like some speaking engagements or things like that, you can sell that in the back of the room. Right? You can have, you can put it there for X number of dollars, and you can just sell those right there in the back of the room. Again, these are all audios. You just put maybe, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes each, do 2 or 3 of those, into a 2 or 3 CD package. You can burn them and have them physically there for a speaking engagement. You can still have them online, not a problem. Now, these, okay, are what I would consider more passive-based income. And there's nothing wrong with that. You want to have more passive-based income. This is stuff that can happen without your direct involvement. To put it a different way, once they have happened, you have already recorded them. Once you've recorded these, they're done. All right, set and forget. You don't have to keep going over and over and over. All right. The next level, though, this, you might decide, if you're a fitness instructor, you might do a group coaching or some type of group class that they can have. All right? Now, notice, the bottom 2, they can go from here and then they can go right up to this next one. Or they can just start right here at this group coaching class. Okay? You almost want to think of the group coaching or the group class or the intensive. I have intensives where it's a one-on-many. Okay, and for me personally, we usually cap our small groups off at like 10 to 12 folks. Just me personally, that's what we've done in the past. Okay, and that's running out of room here a little bit. That's $3 signs. So this is $1 sign. That's $2 signs. That's $3 signs. Okay, so obviously that's a little bit more expensive. And then at the very top of the ladder, this would be some one-on-one work. So again, using the group fitness provider, what we would do is this would be a group class that every Monday at 6 o'clock, you can come in and you're one of, I don't know, 5 or 10 or 20 people, however many you want. This is, I maybe even come to your house, okay, and for 40 minutes, we're gonna kind of do what we need to do and get this thing going. Now, the reason why this helps you in terms of monetizing your reputation as an expert, by the way, before I get into that, is you'll notice that these last two, the top 2, those are things that you actually have to be involved with, all right? Now, the reason why this is important for better monetizing your reputation as an expert is because a lot of times people just have this vague notion of what they want to sell, right? They just know, I'm a fitness instructor, or I'm a marketing person, or I'm a business coach, or I'm a this, or I'm a that, and they don't really have an idea. One of the things that I always tell people, and you've heard this before in a different context, is if all you have is a hammer, then guess what? Everything looks like a nail. And one of the things that I see a lot of is I see people who all they have is the hammer of one-on-one, whether it's fitness or coaching or whatever the case may be, and then they wonder why it is that they're not being as successful. Because not everyone is a nail. Some people just want to be able to buy a quick CD. Some people want to do a group class. Some people might want to do this. But a lot of times, people don't give themselves, service providers, we don't give ourselves the flexibility to have, in this case, 4 different service offerings. Now, here's what you don't do. What you don't do is you don't go up to a prospect and say, here are my 4 service offerings because Brian just told me this is what I need to do, and you choose what you want. No, that's our job, okay? Now, you can be, let's just for the sake of discussion, say you're out networking or whatever, and then they say they want to talk with you. You could say, you know what, listen, I've got a couple choices here for you. You might want to decide to do our group coaching class, which goes on every Monday afternoon. We do an hour class. We do a Zumba session, right? The fitness trainer. We do a Zumba session, and we do an hour from 6:30 to 7:30. You come over to our basement or whatever, and we do it all together. We've got a bunch of ladies here that we all do this. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, and that's for X number of dollars. Or if you want, if that doesn't work for your schedule, or maybe you want some more, one-on-one attention, we also have our one-on-one class, and that's for X plus $1. Which one would you like? You can present 2 options this way. right? You can even do the other two options this way. You might say, listen, we have a, I know you said you really don't have a lot of time when you're constantly traveling. You know what? I get that. You might want to consider our self-study. It's a quick CD. We've actually got 2 or 3 CDs that you can get into. Bang, bang, bang. It goes through all the things that you need to do to be successful. Or if you really want to, we can also set you up for a group coaching class. We can do that, every other week if you'd like, and we can set that up for you. All right? What you don't do is just say, we only have a one-on-one session. I only do one-on-one. It's a 12-month commitment, and by God, you need to be doing that if you're serious about whatever it is you're saying. Okay, but how many times do you see people do that? And that's exactly what you do not want to do. So if you're looking to better monetize your reputation as an expert, I would absolutely take a look at a services tree. Okay, and I put 4 down here. It could be 5, it could be 3. It's probably around, I wouldn't think it's 2, okay? I guess it could be, but 4 or 5, sometimes 3 different things. Give yourself an opportunity to have some flexibility when you're talking to people. Give yourself an opportunity to have some different, things that you can engage them with, and I am telling you, that will go a long way towards better monetizing your reputation as an expert. So, my name is Brian Hilliard saying so long, take care, and thank you for your time.